He was a trailblazer during his time here in Hawaii. Former UH football coach Dick Tomey died last night at the age of 80. We're told he passed away with his family by his side after a battle with lung cancer. Jen Bonisa spoke with friends and colleagues about his impact here in the islands. Jen?
Kathy, Dick Tomey helped put UH football on the map. He led the team in its heyday with a passion and dignity that everyone who knew him says was undeniable. He was a beloved father and respected mentor to everyone who had the pleasure of working with him. Iconic University of Hawaii football coach Dick Tomey died Friday night at the age of 80 in Arizona. Tomey lost his battle with lung cancer after being diagnosed just 5 months ago. Tomey sat at the helm of UH football from 1977 through 1986. What he did for UH will never be forgotten.
Larry Price gave us the opportunity to become Division I. And he then took it to say, we're going to play Division I because we are Division I. He was really an incredible man.
I had read that he was a tough coach.
He was a tough coach because he had, what? Standards.
Those standards are what made him, and those who played for him, exceptional. Rich Miano played for Tomey at UH before going on to the NFL.
People talk about confluences and people, mentors and teachers and coaches, and he was all of that and then some, because he believed in you. He believed in the walk-on. He believed in the local player. He believed in the Nogas, the Sapolus, the Satellis, the Goas, the Rich Mianos.
After UH, Tomey coached at Arizona for 14 years. He went on to coach in the NFL and later at San Jose State. But the Islands always held a special place in his heart. He returned in 2011 as a Warriors special teams coach.
What he told me once, he said, coaching football is easy. He said, coaching people is the challenging thing and the most important thing. He understood that the business was really about people. And he's just a caring man. He loved Hawaii, and we miss him. We miss him so much.
Tomey's family released a message saying that they rarely talk about how many games he's won. They talk about how many hearts he's won, including theirs. And I'm sure they are proud to know he also won many here in Hawaii. Tomey leaves behind his wife, 4 children, and 5 grandchildren. They've established the Dick Tomey Legacy Fund and are asking people to make a donation in lieu of sending flowers. You can log on to KHON2.com for more information. Kathy?